They defied gravity and flew. It was a moment that would forever change the course of human history. On December 17, 1903, Orville and Wilbur Wright achieved the first controlled flight in history with their powered aircraft, the Wright Flyer. This was not just a leap for aviation but a giant leap for mankind. This remarkable event took place in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, a location chosen for its steady winds and soft sands, ideal for their experimental flights. The Flyer soared for just 12 seconds, covering 120 feet. It may seem brief, but those 12 seconds were monumental. The brothers made a total of 4 flights that day, each one pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. The longest reached 852 feet in 59 seconds. This was a significant improvement and a testament to their relentless determination. Their innovation used a 12-horsepower engine, a marvel of engineering at the time. It had a wood and cloth construction, meticulously crafted to balance weight and strength. By 1905, they had improved the Flyer, making it more reliable and capable of longer flights. Now it could fly over 24 miles in one flight, a remarkable achievement that opened new possibilities for aviation. Their relentless pursuit of flight changed the world forever. They turned a dream into reality, inspiring generations to come. Think about that for a moment, just 12 seconds. That's all it took to change the course of human history. In those fleeting moments, the impossible became possible. In that brief moment, the Wright brothers unlocked a door to a future where we could soar above the clouds, connecting the world in ways previously unimaginable. It was the start of something incredible, a new era of exploration and connection. We take flight for granted now. Airports are bustling hubs of activity, and air travel is a routine part of life. We hop on planes to cross continents and oceans, shrinking the world and bringing people closer together. But back then, it was nothing short of a miracle. The Wright brothers' achievement was a beacon of hope and possibility. The Wright brothers dared to dream of a world without limits, where the sky was not the limit, but the starting point. Their vision was boundless. Their story is a testament to the power of human ingenuity, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of a dream. They showed us that with determination and innovation, we can achieve the extraordinary. Orville and Wilbur Wright were not born with silver wings. They were born with grease-stained hands and a love for tinkering. From a young age, they were captivated by the mechanics of how things worked. They grew up in Ohio, far from the sandy shores of Kitty Hawk. Their childhood was filled with curiosity and exploration. The brothers were fascinated by mechanics from a young age. They spent countless hours disassembling and reassembling toys and gadgets. They owned a bicycle shop. This shop became their playground and laboratory. They designed and built their own bikes. Each bike was a testament to their growing expertise and innovative spirit. This hands-on experience taught them valuable lessons. They learned the importance of precision and patience. They learned about design, construction, and the importance of trial and error. Every failure was a step closer to success. Little did they know, these skills would be essential for their future endeavors. Their meticulous nature and dedication were their greatest assets. Their fascination with flight began with kites and gliders. They were mesmerized by the idea of soaring through the skies. They studied the work of other aviation pioneers. They pored over books, journals, and any material they could find. They devoured every scrap of information they could find. Their hunger for knowledge was insatiable. They were determined to solve the puzzle of controlled flight. Their ambition was matched only by their perseverance. The Wright brothers weren't just dreamers. They were meticulous scientists. They approached every challenge with a methodical mindset. They built their own wind tunnel to test different wing designs. This was a groundbreaking step in their journey. They carefully recorded their observations and made adjustments. Each test brought them closer to their goal. Their dedication and methodical approach set them apart. It was this relentless pursuit of perfection that eventually led them to success. The Wright Flyer was not a product of chance. It was a masterpiece of engineering, a culmination of years of meticulous research and experimentation. The Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, dedicated themselves to understanding the intricacies of flight. They studied the works of previous aviation pioneers and conducted their own experiments to gather data. It was born from countless hours of work, dedication, and a deep understanding of the principles of flight. The brothers meticulously tested different wing shapes and control mechanisms to perfect their design. The Flyer was a biplane, meaning it had 2 wings stacked one above the other. This design provided the necessary lift and stability for controlled flight. The wings were not rigid, they could be warped. This flexibility was crucial for maneuvering the aircraft. This ingenious system allowed the brothers to control the plane's roll, or its movement along the longitudinal axis. By warping the wings, they could make the plane tilt to the left or right. Imagine twisting a piece of cardboard to make it dip and rise as it moves through the air. That's similar to how wing warping worked. This concept was revolutionary at the time. The Flyer was powered by a 12-horsepower four-cylinder engine. This engine was custom-built by the Wright brothers and their mechanic, Charlie Taylor. It was connected to two propellers by a series of bicycle chains. These chains transferred the engine's power to the propellers, enabling them to spin and generate thrust. The propellers, positioned behind the wings, pushed the plane forward, providing the thrust needed to overcome drag and achieve flight. This setup was crucial for maintaining balance and control. The Flyer was a testament to the Wright brothers' ingenuity. Their relentless pursuit of innovation and their ability to think outside the box set them apart from their contemporaries. They used lightweight materials like wood and fabric. These materials were not only strong but also light enough to allow the plane to lift off the ground. They designed and built many of the components themselves. This hands-on approach ensured that every part of the Flyer met their exacting standards. It was a true marvel of early 20th century engineering. The Wright Flyer not only marked the birth of powered flight but also paved the way for the future of aviation. The morning of December 17, 1903, dawned cold and windy at Kitty Hawk. The Wright brothers had chosen this location for its consistent winds and soft sandy terrain. They hauled the Flyer to the top of Kill Devil Hills, a 100-foot sand dune. Orville won the coin toss and took his place at the controls. The engine sputtered to life. The Flyer lurched forward into the wind. For a few agonizing seconds, the plane skimmed the ground before finally taking flight. The first flight lasted a mere 12 seconds and covered 120 feet. It was a short hop, but it was a giant leap for mankind. The brothers completed 4 flights that day, with Wilbur piloting the longest one, covering 852 feet in 59 seconds. Imagine the thrill, the fear, the exhilaration they must have felt as they soared above the sand dunes. They had done it. They had conquered the air. Section 5. The world takes notice. News of the Wright brothers' achievement spread slowly at first. The first report, published in a local newspaper, contained several inaccuracies. Even their own father didn't fully grasp the magnitude of their accomplishment until he saw photographs. The world was slow to accept the reality of human flight. Many remained skeptical. The brothers continued to refine their design. They made longer and higher flights. They even flew in front of crowds and government officials. Finally, the world took notice. The Wright brothers became international celebrities. They patented their invention. They formed the Wright Company to manufacture and sell their aircraft. Their invention sparked a wave of innovation. Other inventors and engineers were inspired to design and build their own flying machines. Section 6. Beyond Kitty Hawk, refining the Flyer. The Wright brothers didn't rest on their laurels. They knew the Flyer, while groundbreaking, was just the beginning. They returned to their workshop. They continued to refine their design, making it more stable, controllable, and powerful. They developed a more efficient propeller system. They added a movable rudder for better control. They experimented with different wing shapes and sizes. They even designed and built their own flight school to train new pilots. By 1905, they had created the Wright Flyer 3, a far more advanced machine than its predecessor. This new Flyer could stay aloft for over half an hour. It could perform banks, turns, and even figure eights. The brothers' dedication to improvement transformed the Flyer from a fragile, experimental craft into a practical flying machine. Section 7. The Dawn of Aviation. The Wright brothers' invention ignited a firestorm of innovation. Engineers and inventors around the world, inspired by the Flyer's success, raced to design and build their own flying machines. New designs emerged. Biplanes, monoplanes, triplanes. Engines became more powerful. Materials became lighter and stronger. Aviation advanced at an unprecedented rate. Governments recognized the military potential of aircraft. They invested heavily in research and development. The first air races drew huge crowds. They pushed the limits of speed and endurance. What began as a dream in the minds of two brothers from Ohio had blossomed into a new era of human endeavor. Section 8. The Wright brothers' legacy. The Wright brothers' legacy extends far beyond their first flight. They laid the foundation for modern aviation. Their pioneering spirit continues to inspire us to reach for the stars. Their story reminds us that anything is possible with enough curiosity, determination, and hard work. They showed us that even the seemingly impossible can be achieved. Today we fly across continents in a matter of hours. We explore the skies and venture into space. None of this would be possible without the Wright brothers and their unwavering belief that humans could fly. Their names are forever etched in the annals of history, a testament to the power of human ingenuity. Section 9. Reaching for the stars. The Wright brothers dared to dream of flight. They transformed our world in ways they could have never imagined. Their story reminds us to never stop exploring, never stop innovating, and never stop reaching for the stars. What will be the next great leap in aviation? Will we one day fly to distant planets? Will we conquer the vastness of space just as the Wright brothers conquered the air? The future of aviation is unwritten. It's up to us to carry the torch of innovation forward. We must dare to dream, just as the Wright brothers did, and continue to push the boundaries of what's possible.